Hi guys, it's Elizabeth Pfeiffer from elizabethpfeiffer.com, and today's conversation is about pies. It's actually about energetic arrogance, but we're going to use pies as an example today. And so first we're going to define energetic arrogance as opposed to just regular ego arrogance, and they're actually both kind of the same. So if you're a healer, you're a coach, or you have some type of mindset or energy work that you do, there comes a time where your energy actually becomes a little arrogant, and your soul essence has a different perception of what that arrogance is, right? And so when your energy becomes arrogant, then that can affect your mindset about how you perceive other people when you're working with them in that context. And we'll explain that with a pie scenario. So let's look at it as a pie. So the pie is, you've got a lemon meringue pie, and it could be like your awesome energy modality, your awesome coaching practice, the awesome way that you do things that is absolutely perfect for you. It's unique, it works, it's fabulous. And you've got this beautiful lemon meringue pie, and you want to share it with other people, right? And what we call this pie, it's a soul gift, okay? It's your gift, your mastery, your tool, your wisdom that you've cultivated over multiple lifetimes, and you've brought it here with you onto the planet. You're using it, and it's fabulous. And you want to be able to share that pie with people, and show them how, fabulous your pie is, and that everybody should be using your pie. And what happens is, when you're energetically arrogant like that, is number one, you're not recognizing that everybody has their own pies, right? Everybody else came with their own unique soul gift, wisdom, tool, and mastery, and they all have a pie. So you might have a lemon meringue, she might have a chocolate torte, she might have key lime pie. It all depends, right? You all came with a specific gift, but you really think yours works better than anyone else's, and you want them to have your pie and not their pie. And so what happens is, there's this energy exchange in which, instead of showing people how you use your pie, it's like you come over and you smear your pie all over their energy. And it's like, use my pie, and you smear it. I mean, it's everywhere. So two things happen with that. Number one, people don't like being smeared with your pie. And number two, you no longer have that pie. That pie is not accessible to you anymore. You have pretty much given that beautiful, wonderful gift that you came in with to someone else to use. And three things happen now. Number one, they can't use it because it's not theirs, because they have their own unique pie that works. Number two, you can't use it because you just gave it away to someone else. And number three, now you don't have it, and you're empathically feeling all the ways in which that other person is feeling, because all of your pie is all over them. So you're feeling all of their lessons, all of their tasks, all of their karma. It's coming back to you as an empathic backlash, and 9 times out of 10, you don't know how to retrieve that energetically. And what that can lead to is having you feel out of balance, people really not wanting to work with you, or you take responsibility for somebody else's journey, which is then a huge empathic backlash, pulls you out of balance, pulls you out of alignment, and really pretty much stops your own flow of prosperity and wellness. So what do we do with these pies, and how did that even happen? So the first recognition of it is, number one, when you have pie smearing syndrome, your energy, your mindset, you're not really recognizing that other people are equal soul beings as you are. There is that level of arrogance because your pie is so fantastic that you think that you're a little bit better or a little bit more ahead of them, and you don't recognize their gifts that they've come in with, and you try to swap and replace them. And so what we do is, there is an energetic configuration that happens people do want your pies because they can see that it's working for you and it's fabulous and you're doing a great job with it, but they can't use your pie. And this is the thing that it's very difficult to recognize energetically, is your pie won't work on them even though they want it. Okay, so what they're really asking for is when somebody comes in energetically and it's like, oh man, I want that recipe because it looks really awesome. What they're really asking for is the information about how you baked your pie, so to speak. How did you do it? Right? Because I've got this great pie, my key lime pie, and it's, it's pretty good. It's awesome to some degree, but it's not like your pie. So can you tell me how you're using your pie to be so awesome? That's what they're asking for. They're asking for that energetic information on kind of how to bake their own pie to the degree that you've baked yours. They're not asking for your pie. They're not asking you to smear your pie all over them. And they're not asking to use your pie. They're asking how can they make their pie that they came in with as super and as fabulous as yours? Because you clearly have made this fantastic pie and they want that recipe, and that's what they're asking for. But if you misunderstand the asking piece, you keep giving your pies to people and then you start getting empathic backlashes. Sometimes you'll even get angry. You'll give somebody that pie and they're not using it, or they're not doing it, they're not following up with it because it's not their pie. They can't use that pie. So you're giving them something that they can't really use, and you're holding that space of, well, my pie is better than yours anyway. So when we talk about energetic arrogance, we want to be aware that everybody else has their own pies. They're all unique pies to them. They will work for them. That they're all soul essence, just like you. There is no difference. They're all just at different levels of evolution, trying to get to where everybody else is trying to go, which is a higher state of frequency and vibration. And everybody is a divine being. We're all equal on that playing field. You just might have some more information than someone else, and that's what they're asking for. So when you feel as if somebody could really benefit from your pie recipe, just keep in mind that what they're really asking for is the recipe, not the pie, because as you know, people do not like getting pies in the face. And even though you're trying to help them from a place of being of service and helping them move along and really wanting them to move forward, what you're really doing is identifying that their pie is not as good as your pie, that they're not as evolved as you, and you keep trying to force that on them. If you are energetically sensitive, that will create attachment to someone else's behavior, where you take personal responsibility for their spiritual growth and evolution, which leads to huge empathic and sometimes karmic backlash, and leaves you feeling just kind of out of sorts and unable to move forward. And that entire process of giving people the pie is disempowering them instead of empowering them by showing them how to bake their own to the degree of which you've already baked yours. So we hope that was helpful.